every fucking yawn, every fart, every fucking, every time the TV is playing, every time the fucking radio is playing, every time he plays the fucking flute for 4 hours uninterrupted, I hear all of it. I feel like a fly on the wall. I feel like a fly on the fucking wall. Soundproof? I have a broken floor. My landlord will not fix it. Dude, well, hold on. Fuck. Is your name? Fuck, I just spilled. Forget it, dude. I just spilled coffee on myself. And they have to hear Lil Bro yapping. Well, I was like literally whispering one night, and he texted me to keep it down. And I was literally whispering, and it was like 11 o'clock, and I was like straight up whispering. Basically whispering. And he's like, can you keep it down? And then like one night, around the same time, he's playing the fucking flute. It's like, I can't whisper, but you could play the fucking flute? I do not scream what at 2 a.m. We saved that for the daytime streams. But anyways, he is Squidward, yeah. So this fine individual, Randy Fine, he is a member of the Florida State Senate. The Bebos brothers were taken hostage and killed by Palestinian civilians. This culture is the embodiment of evil. Destroy it all. Hashtag bombs away. Civilians? Yeah, I'm getting arrested for... Dude, that moment when I'm in a military court getting arrested for shooting civilians. What, this is literally, you're like justifying like murdering 2 million people with this like with this line of like talking. You're trying to justify murdering. There are 2 million civilians in Gaza, or I think Hamas. So deduct like 40,000 or whatever Hamas's like recruitment numbers are, or active. Aren't there like, I forget how many people are like serving like in Hamas, but you've like 2 million people in Gaza, many of which are women and children. So to like put civilian in quotation marks and try to like do this like fucking blood guilt thing that everybody living in this area is responsible for these kids' deaths is like just like monstrous. But then Palestinian equals Hamas. So now he's claiming that this is essentially trying to justify every civilian in the area as a legitimate military target. Gaza must be destroyed. So it's just like getting progressively more unhinged. And by the way, this was fucking Trump's pick. This was Trump's pick for the Florida 6th Congressional District. And just so you all know, the fucking retarded lefties are like, I'm not voting. The Biden-Harris policy relating to Gaza is genocidal. I'm not voting. And then Dearborn, Michigan, which is like overwhelmingly like Arab, voted predominantly for Trump, many believing predominantly due to the dissatisfaction with the Biden-Harris Gaza policy. And it's like, okay, have your criticisms of them. I have my criticisms of them for that too. But why is the solution then, okay, things are bad, so because things are bad because of you, we need to make things worse? Hayden, when did civilians not become legitimate targets? My lieutenant never told me this. Good one, buddy. Go over PirateSoftware first. I want to sleep soon. Oh, sorry, guys. Blade Mystic is going to sleep soon. So let me just change my whole fucking schedule because one person is going to sleep soon. Go to sleep. Watch the VOD. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, this is just like completely deranged. Like absolutely deranged. And then the other like laughable part of it all is Elon Omar. Fox News did all these segments saying she had like dual loyalty because she made like a speech saying that she was gonna help Somalia or whatever and protect Somalia's interests. And they're like, oh, well, she's loyal to the country she was born in. And it's like, how are you going to accuse her of dual loyalty, but not people like this? Like, what is this like double standard you people have? Aiden, the crying about Trump has gotten out of hand. It's unironically embarrassing. This is how the lolcow arc starts. You're literally Mexican. Weren't your parents were literally deported by ICE? Your parents were quite literally deported by ICE. I'm not even joking. And this guy still wears his MAGA hat. He's like, they should have come in the legal way. He said that to me. He unironically said to me when he told me his parents got deported, he said they should have come in the legal way. What? What the fuck are you talking about? His parents are like in a detainment cage, and he's like, should have come in the legal way. And I will show our ERP DMs. What is ERP? What? God Emperor Trump will deport you back to Judea, buddy. Good one. All right. Anyways. Search up ERP. ERP. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource. We're not planning an enterprise. Turn on the Hebrew subtitles. Hold on. Folks, I've decided that from this point going forward, this is going to be our new, hold on. From this point going forward, we're using a wiggler from now on. All right. Anyways. So, let's get back to it. I'm starting to think ERP means erotic roleplay. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both. You're actually leaving? What do you mean you're leaving? You're unsubbing? Why? It's me, guys. Look. Look me in my eyes. Okay, this is so gay. This is such a gay bit. Okay, I'm done. I'm not using the fucking wiggler. Okay. We're dropping viewership like crazy. The nose isn't big enough? You're actually, that's a very good criticism. Get the salmon shirt. Okay. Wait. Is my camera work? Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right, scene transition. Got it. Hair is too light. Well, I was thinking maybe we could, so somebody sent me like a wiggler concept design and they gave me this. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Made by I've shown this before, but I'm showing it again. Made by a lovely member of this community. What do you think about this as like a wiggler instead? I think the nose might be a bit too small, to be honest. Who the fuck? Yeah, who? You're not crediting the artist? Sorry, guys. I forgot to credit Adolf Hitler. Who drew this? Who drew this? And also, I don't have an earring. My ears are not pierced. I'll pay you $1,000 to wear a dress. Okay, 10 musers. Okay, good one, buddy. Good one. Aiden, I just went back on stream. How did you genuinely know I like autoerotic asphyxiation? You know, I think we need to make you mod again. I think we need to make you mod again. All right. This fan art was promised. God promised me this fan art eight bajillion years ago. How'd you know? All right. Well, to kick things off, PirateSoftware apparently responded, and also somebody. Oh, this was the other thing we wanted to. Somebody suggested. There's no way this is real. That implies to me this might not be real. Oh, it's satire. Okay, then we're not even watching it. Thanks. You literally, that good one, buddy. Literally linked me satire.
Okay, book.
So, for those of you that don't remember, there was the Naomi King situation. Naomi King basically came out and tried to insinuate that somebody raped her over a consensual act of sex. She basically said he raped her without saying he raped her, saying like she didn't want it, and he escalated it and yada yada. He came out with screenshots showing it was her idea to escalate the sex, and she just egregiously lied about the entire situation. You could go back and watch my VOD if you missed it. I mean, it was just absolutely like insane behavior, but it was a done deal. I was actually impressed by YouTube comments who, by her second video, before the guy even came out with his response, instead of doing the "I'm so sorry this happened to you, queen, stay strong, we love you, Naomi," they were actually saying, yeah, something's not adding up here. The YouTube commenters got the right idea before the guy came out with his defense. And then she came out apologizing to him. And then after apologizing to him, she came out platforming somebody else's allegations against him that were also seemingly about consensual acts of sex. And then took all the videos down. But even with that, apparently, somebody has come to Naomi King's defense. The man of the hour has stood here and said, "No, internet, you were wrong about my queen, my king. You were wrong about my king, internet. You're wrong. Okay? You're just wrong." Right off the bat, we've got what looks like some sort of blanket or cum rag on the floor. I think that's a back roller. God, I just hate like the texture of styrofoam, dude. It makes me cringe. I think like a styrofoam back, dude. I can't even think about it. Fucking a bathroom that looks like, I mean, honestly, could have been taken out of Hiroshima. A sword, a plastic sword. Is that an umbrella or like a fucking dead dog shoved in a bag hanging from a doorknob? A bike in his, that's disgusting. Or maybe this is just his whole apartment. Maybe he lives in a studio or something. But there's just nowhere he could put his bike. But like, I never understood people, especially, it's the same thing with people who wear shoes in the house. Why would you, and maybe this is just an LA thing, there's shit and piss on the sidewalks. Why would you want to take that into your fucking house? Why would you want to go and bring that into your house? Why do you want to wear shoes in your house? Why do you want to bring your bike into your house?
Tube, class is in session. Come closer. Come a little bit closer. Oh God, not that close. Don't you understand boundaries? Well, I guess some of you don't, and that's what this is really all about. I've changed my camera angle so I can look directly in your eyes.
He is a very powerful gaze. It is a very powerful gaze.
We need to talk about consent, BookTube, and the rest of YouTube generally, because it has become abundantly and distressingly clear to me that a lot of you out there in the BookTube community.
What is BookTube? What is BookTube? Dude, there's so many communities I can't keep up anymore. What is BookTube?
And in YouTube generally, don't really understand how this works.
Why are you saying stand up when there's nothing sexual even happening?
I'm referring, of course, to the ongoing controversy between booktuber Daniel Green and his accuser, Naomi King. A lot of you rushed.
Oh, that's okay. Aiden didn't do his research. Aiden didn't. Okay, no, I know it's called BookTube, but I didn't know there was like a name. Like books. Talking about books is such like a fucking like broad. It's like such a broad genre. I didn't know there was a name for a community relating to like books are just like such a. It's like I don't know, fucking video game tube, or like it's like I don't know. It's like such a broad genre. I didn't know there was a name for a community.
To Naomi King's defense, when their first video came out, detailing some pretty horrific allegations against Daniel Green.
Also, what is this giant fucking like stick or I mean, what is this guy training for? He's a back roller. Are these boxing gloves or something? A fucking fake sword, some sort of like stick. Um, what is this guy preparing for? He has a fucking Green Arrow shirt on. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a bow and arrow somewhere in the room.
Then Naomi put out a second video to provide context and clear up the timeline, and I now see a lot of you backing off, as if something changed. But nothing changed. Nothing in the second video changed anything about the claims in the first video. In fact, they bolstered those claims.
No, exactly. Yes, we all noticed that. That's what we said. A lot of the details she's including in the second seems to be very odd that those were left out of the first. And the first is talking about how like just because you technically consented to something doesn't mean he didn't spend months manipulating you to get you there. But the second is talking about how she was like intoxicated or something when it happened, which is an insinuation of rape. And that seems like a very odd thing to leave out of the first video. So you're right. That is worse than what she said in the first video. But that's what people are like. That's what people find weird. That's what people find to be like strange about her story. The fact that she left that detail out. And then the story just got that much more severe by the second.
And it's really, really upsetting to me that so many of you are either so cowardly or so misinformed that you failed to see this. So let's keep our eye on the ball here. This is how consent works. Consent is a conversation that never, ever ends. It has to be going on every single second of every intimate encounter you ever have.
What? Listen, maybe because I was getting criticized yesterday by some people around the community. Criticized some people. Aiden's talking about people not understanding relationships or sex. What about this guy, huh? Hypocrite much? I don't think that sex, while you're having sex with somebody, I know this is probably not what he's saying, but are you conversing in the middle of sex? I mean, I'm sure if somebody stops liking it, they'll say no, and then you stop. But like a full-on conversation. Yeah, you're so consenting right now, babe. Yeah, I'm consenting. Yeah. It's like, does that happen? Is that how sex works? Is that how sex works? Like,
there is no point in any intimate encounter where consent does not need to be obtained. Consent to do one thing is not consent to do another thing. It's not even consent to do the same thing.
Exactly. So she gives him consent to masturbate, and then he wants to fucking penetrate her, and she says she doesn't want to do that. So then he doesn't penetrate her. So, yeah, he didn't go and do that other thing that he didn't have consent for. We're on the exact same page. We're on the same page.
Again, consent is not something that is given once and never.
Does this guy live in California, by the way? I mean, would he be willing to come on for a chat? I do want to talk to him.
Needs to be spoken of. Consent is not a contract. Consent can be revoked at any time for any reason.
It can. Like in the middle of sex. Consent can't be revoked for an act that's already occurred. Consent cannot be revoked for something that's already occurred. But if you're in the middle of sex and you've agreed to have sex with somebody, and then you say during sex, stop, like, stop, I don't want to do this anymore, and push them away. Yeah, they have an obligation to stop. If they continue, even though you consented to the sex starting, if they continue, they're raping you. Okay? Sure, consent can be retracted at any point while you're having sex, before you're having sex, whatever. But when it's already happened, you can't you can't retract your consent in hindsight.
No explanation is needed. If you are engaged in hanky-panky or other intimate encounters with someone who consented to them 30 seconds ago or even 1 second ago, and they change their mind, you have to stop.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Right that second, not in a few minutes.
Agreed.
Right that second.
Yep.
Now, you don't have to be happy about it, but you do have to do it. And if you don't, if consent has been revoked or not,
like he's saying, this is like if somebody is like talking about the Wilbur Soot situation, and then all of a sudden they're like, if you're hitting somebody over the head with a hammer and beating them, and their brains are like the Wilbur situation from yesterday, and their brains are coming out of their nose, you're killing them, you're murdering them, you have to stop, it's murder. And I agree with that, but what does that have anything to do with this situation? He's just like stating things that we can all agree with. Unless you're a rapist, we can all agree with what he's saying.
AIDS gang represent, okay?
That has nothing to do with...
Heard you wanted a Hellcat as a dream car. Shoot for a Nissan GTR. Beautiful cars used for racing that dominated cups.
Well, you know what, buddy? You just made me all the more closer. All the more closer to my dream car. Person whose name is... Navakva, thank you so much for the $3. Really, really appreciate it. That is very, 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 very fucking generous. Very much appreciated. That $3 is, it's like as if somebody had donated a kidney. It's like as if, I don't know, I can't think of a better analogy.
Clearly obtained, and you do it anyway. I don't care what the algorithm does to my channel. That is rape, and it isn't anything else. Now, here are some things that do not change that equation. And these are things that have been leveled at or revealed by Naomi King. A prior relationship with you,
I'm not being sarcastic.
no matter how messy, does not change that equation. The person being a...
Exactly. Being in a relationship or having a prior relationship doesn't give you consent to rape somebody. Yes. We're on the same page. We're on the... Well, fuck, I missed my...
If consent has been revoked or equation, the person being a sex worker or an alleged sex worker does not change that equation.
Wait, hold on. I just real quick to interrupt. All comments will be held for review. Only comments supportive of Naomi and other SA survivors will be approved. Naomi uses they, them pronouns. Please do not misgender them. You got it, Bob. A friend sent this to me. Thank you so much. Oh, of course, right after apologizing, of course she's under this guy's video.
AIDS gang represent, okay?
What the fuck?
Once again going live when I have to go to bed. Don't take this stream down, please.
I won't.
AG4L.
I won't. $5 fucking dollars. Juicy dog. You make my dogs very juicy. Thank you so much. I don't even know what that means. Thank you so much for the $5 fucking dollars.
The person accepting money from you doesn't change that equation. The person sending you texts or emails asking you for a romantic relationship does not change that equation. The person engaging in infidelity with you doesn't change that equation.
Exactly. We agree. But in her story, she's literally, and she even confirms it in her apology video. I never said I said no. She quite literally gave him consent for the acts that were occurring and was safe enough to verbalize that she didn't want something to happen. And he didn't do it. The one thing in this entire story that she said no to, he didn't do it. She said, I don't want you to penetrate. And he said, okay. So then he did not go and penetrate. So we're talking about a consensual sexual encounter between two adults where it was agreed to by both parties. What about this is rape? There's no... Consent was never retracted during the sex act. The only way to be supportive of her in this situation is if you're going to make the argument that that consent can be revoked after the fact, when the sex is already finished. This act that we just did, that I consented to, I I don't consent anymore.
All of that.
Did she have proof she said that? She didn't even claim she said that. Wait, this is the thing. She never even claimed she said that. She never even fucking claimed she said that. She never claimed she said no. Oh, you're talking about the penetration thing. Okay. I believe her on that. I believe that she said not to penetrate, and he seems to be in agreement on that too. So I have no reason to doubt her on that part of the story, and that part of the story doesn't make him look worse, which is why it was weird she brought it up. She was like, yeah, and in the middle of the act, I said to him, I don't want you to penetrate or whatever, to like make him look weird. And then she said, so he started masturbating instead. Did he masturbate without your consent? The thing you've just verbalized you didn't want to happen, you've just now admitted he didn't go through with and do. I don't think she lied about that part. But if we accept that part as the truth, it doesn't mean anything. It means, it means that she set a boundary and he didn't cross it. Ah, that's fucking good, bro.
Is
water, bro.
irrelevant.
You should drink it.
Person lying in bed next to you naked under the blanket doesn't change any of that.
I agree.
All of you complaining about context and Naomi seeming kind of sus or kind of off in their second video. Are you children? Do you not understand how this works? The only thing that matters in this story
is consent, and consent was given, and when consent was not, when boundaries were set, they were not violated. That's what matters.
Is whether consent was obtained by Daniel Green in the moments where the two incidents being alleged occurred.
She never is making... Why is she now agreeing with this too? Her entire argument is that she did consent at the time. That was her whole argument in the first video. She consented at the time, so it's technically not sexual assault. She even was initially in agreement with that. The second video seemingly came out because the first didn't do the damage she wanted it to. So now the story's changed to, well, she wasn't in the right state of mind to consent. The first was, yeah, I consented, but he kind of led me on into thinking we were going to have something long term. So the consent was like coerced. She's even in agreement that consent was given. Why is she now here saying thank you so much when she doesn't even, what she had originally, her first fucking video, literally goes against what you're trying to claim happened here, or implying happened here.
If consent was not clearly obtained, and Daniel Green did it anyway, that is sexual assault, and it isn't anything else. No amount of context changes that equation.
What if the context is she obtained his consent, or he obtained her consent, and then they continued, and she never told him to stop, and the one thing she said she didn't want to do, he didn't then go and do.
Here are the things in Naomi's two videos that have not changed. This is Naomi's narrative. Number one, Daniel and Naomi agreed that this particular rendezvous they were having in Vegas was not going to be sexual. They were meeting up as friends. Number two.
That part did change. That part absolutely did change. We have her statement of her saying that okay, so something can be said at one point, and then obviously what you say after that is going to cancel out what you said the first time. I've said this before, like if you go and say to somebody, hey, I'm going to borrow your bike on Thursday, and they say, okay, you could borrow my bike Thursday, and then they say, okay, well, I actually want to borrow your bike on Wednesday, and then they agree to borrow it Wednesday, and then you go and take their bike. You can't say, oh, well, it's theft. It's theft because I didn't say, because I did say at one point you couldn't borrow my bike until Thursday. It's like, yeah, but the new statement cancels out the old one. Why do people always do this?
Naomi claims that no consent was acquired for either of these encounters. Number three, Naomi claims. Number two, Naomi claims that no consent was acquired for either of these encounters.
Wait. in the first video, doesn't she literally state in the first video that, like, it's still like that yeah, they don't take it seriously because you technically gave consent the first time or something? Doesn't she literally outright say or imply in the first video that consent was given for these encounters, but it was coerced? You can't coerce consent if consent's never given. Then that's just rape. If she's saying if she's talking about trying to make a claim of coercion, I was coerced into giving my consent or whatever, then a consensual statement was made at one point or another. But if it was coerced, now we could talk about why that statement would be invalid. But that's the implication of that. You're now trying to claim that this statement or affirmation of consent doesn't exist at all. That inherently contradicts her first video.
Number 3, Naomi claims that during the first incident, they were too high and too groggy to legally consent in the first place. And number 4, in both...
Why would that not come up in the first? If she's saying, and by the way, she was saying that, like, she implied she went to the police, right? And the police don't take it seriously because you technically consented. The police will absolutely take it seriously if you go to the police and say somebody had sex with me while I was under the influence and couldn't consent. That's still considered rape. That is absolutely still considered rape. If you were, like, so intoxicated you couldn't reasonably consent. But that's not what she said in the first video. She didn't even mention that in the first video. The first video we were talking about coerced consent. Not being too intoxicated to give consent. That's a pretty important detail. That's a pretty fucking important detail.
Incidents, Daniel did it anyway. That part of Naomi's story is consistent. And if that part is true, as I believe it is, and I'll explain why in a minute, then what Daniel did was sexual assault, and it wasn't anything else.
Why not say rape either? She didn't even say rape. She just said rape without saying it, and so she could fall back on the coat. Well, I never said I said no. It's like, yeah, but what do you call it when you were, if you were talking about being under the influence while talking about a allegation against somebody for, like, an act of sex, you are making an allegation of rape, because rape is having sex with somebody non-consensually, and if there is some factor, whether it be your age, your mental state, or the things that, or the substances you're on that make consent impossible to give, then we are talking about rape. So why not just say rape?
So why do I believe Naomi? Well, let's just be autistic about it. I'm a numbers guy. False accusations of sexual assault are vanishingly rare. At best, they are as common as other false accusations of crime, which are vanishingly rare. Statistically speaking...
Wait, hold on. When we're comparing... Okay, first of all, I agree. First of all, what I agree with this guy on, here's what I'll agree with. It is more likely that a sexual assault allegation is probably going to be true than false. Okay, it's more likely. With that being said, pre-recorded stream. With that being said, how do you think they gather numbers relating to false accusations of sexual assault? They're probably measuring the outcomes of police reports. If somebody's making a false allegation against someone else, it's probably even more rare that that person is going to feel comfortable going to the police knowing that what they're saying is a lie. These allegations are probably going to be made within the context of trying to alienate friends, trying to gain sympathy from lovers, trying to gain sympathy from an online audience. Okay? So the statistics, even relating to what is considered a false allegation of sexual assault, is also, like, we're not going to have a very large sample size because we're probably only going to be measuring the false accusers that felt comfortable going to the police with a false accusation. With that being said, you could make the argument that false allegations of any crime are exceedingly rare, so we should believe the person involved. Under this guy's logic, Under this guy's logic, if this guy was living in the fucking Jim Crow fucking South, are we supposed to believe the white woman, this is the 15-year-old black kid, felt up her skirt automatically, not even hear his innocence? Well, I'm a numbers guy, and it's statistically unlikely that she's lying or whatever. No, it is innocent until proven guilty for a reason. And you can make this argument with any crime. If this guy's packing the... Okay, good one. Unironically, what would he say to that woman? I would love to talk to this guy. I would love to talk to this guy. I'd ask him that question. I'd say, I want you to put yourself in the 1950s Jim Crow era South. A white woman has just come up to you and said, and then he'll say, oh, well, she had an incentive to lie. Yes. Do you know who else has an incentive to lie? Naomi. She wanted something long-term. She wanted something long-term. She didn't get that. The outcome of trying to guilt trip or trying to turn the guy's spouse or future spouse against him didn't work to her favor. And in fact, the spouse got mad at her for entertaining an act of cheating. Right? So she has every reason to lie. To put the ball back in her court, make her the victim in this situation.
It is more likely that any particular man accused of sexual assault did it than that he didn't. So whenever I encounter situations like this, I default to believing the accuser until and unless overwhelming evidence proves to me otherwise. I'm not sitting on a jury here. YouTube is...
Is it not indicative? Wait. Is it not like probably indicative with the details that somebody chooses to leave out, very glaring details that would like change the entire narrative? Is that not a testament to their honesty and would like cast doubt on their whole story if they're lying about one thing? If she's only leaving in the if they are only leaving in the detail of well, we agreed that there would be no sex on this trip, while omitting a text message where she then actually entertains the idea of continuing sexual exchanges. If she left that out, would this not be enough to like cast doubt that this might be a dishonest actor? And if this is a dishonest actor, why are we to take her word on this situation? It's not just like this is some random woman. This is somebody with an incentive to lie, and this is somebody who has already been proven to be dishonest in regards to this situation.
It's not court. I don't have to play by the rules of a legal trial, and neither do any of you.
Aiden dreams of big juicy hog in his dreams every night. Okay, I feel bad for Lyrics because his like hypersexual fan base is starting to make him hypersexual. I mean, they like fantasize about this guy becoming trans, and now he's like coming into like my chat with his weird fucking perverted I mean,
I can just look at the reality of the world around me. So I believe Naomi, and you should believe Naomi too. Now, let me end with a bit of advice that has never steered me wrong, and I want this advice particularly to go out to the young men who may be watching or listening to this. The advice is this.
Are we listening, boys? Are we listening, boys?
Make enthusiastic consent your baseline for any sexual activity you want to engage in. If you...
In fact, I actually was thinking about what I was going to say on a date. I was actually thinking about it, and just hear me out. Take her to a nice restaurant. You know, nice music playing. Here's how we start the conversation. You know, if after this date you like me, babe, and we take things to the next level, I would never rape you. When we go back to that if we go back to a hotel room after this, I would never rape you. Okay? Me, rape? I wouldn't even think about it. You'd consent, right? I'll just keep asking for your consent because of how little I want to rape you. I'm going to be very enthusiastic.
You have not obtained enthusiastic consent from the other person, then you have not obtained consent.
What is enthusiastic consent? So, like, if a girl says yes, it's not consent. But if a girl says yes, then it is consent. Do we need, like, a decibel meter to, like, measure the enthusiasm in her voice? What is enthusiastic consent? Oh, she needs to like jump up and down. If she's not jumping up and down, being like, "Yippee, yes, yes, I consent," then that's consent. But if she just says yes, then it's rape. You're raping her. What is enthusiastic consent?
If you're unsure whether you've obtained enthusiastic consent, then you have not. You should
So if she says yes, but I don't think it was like enthusiastic enough.
assume that there is no consent in every single situation for every single act you want to do. If you assume there...
Can I open the door for you? Do you consent to that? Can I get up? Are you okay with me getting up and getting you a glass of water? Do you consent to that? Or she like, can you imagine sex where like you're mid-sex and every 2 seconds you have to pause it and be like, can I touch your arm? Wait. Can I put my hand behind your head? Wait. Can I move my leg? Wait. Can I consent needs to be given for every exchange.
There is consent and you do it anyway.
You're doing pathetic semantics as a general rule. It's good to make sure you get enthusiastic consent. What is enthusiastic consent? I don't know what enthusiastic consent is. If somebody is saying yes, if I say, are we gonna fuck? And then they say, yes, let's fuck. We'll fuck. What is enthusiastic?
You have just crossed the line. You have become the villain, and you should not be surprised when the rest of us treat you that way.
Dude, this guy makes rapist. Why is this guy making rapist sound so cool? You've become the villain, the thing you've hated the most. Dude, why is this guy making rapist sound like cool?
So don't do it. I believe Naomi. I believed Naomi when their first video dropped. I still believe Naomi now.
Then you, sir, are a gullible fucking retard that would have led to a black kid being lynched in the Jim Crow era South.
Should too. If you found the evidence and testimony provided in Naomi's first video...
Yeah, she thanked him for this video, even though his statements in this video are like so misinformed and he's like blatantly contradicting things that she has said.
Telling, nothing about the second video should have changed your mind if you understand how consent works properly. So, I plan to keep supporting Naomi. I plan, when I'm able, in a week or two, to make a financial contribution to Naomi's legal defense at the PayPal they set up for just that purpose, at medicalmangreen@gmail.com.
Medical Man Green wants to sue. Who is donating, bro? Who is donating?
And I think you should do the same. If you're someone in BookTube who rushed to Naomi's defense and now is backing off, you should be ashamed of yourself and you owe them an apology.
This is Naomi King's last defender, dude. This is the last defender of Naomi King. It's funny because like he would be right. His like prescriptions would be right based on what he thinks happened. But she's not even saying what he thinks happened is what happened.
So I guess we should be expecting another Naomi
So apparently somebody told me this was the video they got it from.
King video. Somebody sent this to me, which was posted on her IG, posting it here. A casual reminder that my apology video was not me admitting falsely accusing.
I'm not gonna listen to her read it. A casual reminder. I didn't even know. Casual reminder that my apology video was not me admitting to falsely accusing Daniel Green. I stand by my statement that he pressured me into sexual things I didn't want. Did he pressure you into sexual things you didn't want, or did he rape you? And what is pressure in this context? This is what I talk about framing. She's purposefully vague at certain parts to lead you to believe something without technically lying about it. She's not going to tell you the part where she said yes explicitly. She's just going to skip that part of the story and immediately cut from, yeah, we discussed in advance we weren't going to have sex on this trip, to, yeah, so he was shoving his dick in my throat. How did we get to that jump in timeline? Explain what happened leading up to that. When you just put those two parts together in the way that you did, you're not technically lying, but you're leading people to the conclusion that he raped you and did something non-consensually, even though there were text messages of you entertaining the idea of having sex. The apology video was to sexual assault victims. Oh, she's like so BPD, she can't give him any like credit or benefit of the doubt. I took it, she's so angry at him. I took it down because people were taking it as an admission of falsely accusing. I'll be explaining myself whether you like it or not, but it's taking time to put together. I'm not rescinding that he did sexual things to me without my consent. But that's not what you said in the first video. You said you consented, but the way he obtained that consent you felt like was manipulative because he led you to believe something long-term was occurring, and then something long-term didn't happen because he cut you off. Now it's you never even gave consent to begin with. So why are you not using the word rape? Well, I guess penetration technically wasn't involved, right?
I stand by my statement that he pressured me into sexual things.
Aiden, there is what? You guys like it's so annoying. It's so annoying.
Didn't want.
Can you like can you compose a fucking sentence? It's like really getting on my nerves.
The apology video was to SA
Aiden, can we go over Smao getting BTFO'd after this? Yeah, can you link it? Or somebody linked it.
victims. I took it down because people were taking it as an admission.
Isn't it funny, by the way, how I'm gonna be like my Tommy C arc. I was fucking right. I was fucking right again. That doesn't sound anything like Tommy C. All right, but I said that Smaggle is like way too hyped up because he's like, it's nice to root for the underdog, the guy that just lost the genetic lottery and has everything playing against him, right? It's like the one kid at school that everyone seemingly had that had like Down syndrome or autism or something, and like the fucking popular girls would like hype him up and put him on a pedestal to like the whole school would like hype him up, but like they did it also in like a semi-condescending way. Like the popular girls would treat him like a fucking pet. They're like, you drew this for me, Daniel? Isn't he so creative? Am I right? Or some shit. And it's like, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Are you talking from experience? No. But I'm saying that's like what Smaggle is to this community.
To falsely accusing. I'll be explaining myself whether you like it or not, but it's taking me time to put it together. I'm not rescinding. So there's the, I guess she's coming back to basically.
Who is this person, by the way? Down the Rabbit Hole News? My rising star. Down the Rabbit Hole News. My rising star.
Basically say, I'm not rescinding what he did, that he did sexual things to me without my consent. Without my consent. I'm so confused by this. It's like, I don't know what to make of it anymore. So there was no consent. And then you also allege that there was 4 people. Now 4 people, you guys have said in my comments, well, the 4 people are this person, that person, that person. But I am not going to fill out the blanks for Naomi.
I'm not watching this. Thank you, Down the Rabbit Hole News. What is this?
Okay, favorite thing about cosplay, you get to become somebody you're not.
Is this...
None of that has broken my heart.
Alright, this seems boring. And let's just cover up, folks, in our videos. Anyways. We found out who Boobs Jiggler is, ladies and gentlemen. What is this? Aiden, the crying about Trump has gotten out of hand. It's unironically embarrassing. This is how the lolcow arc starts. You're literally Mexican. Weren't your parents were literally deported by ICE? Your parents were quite literally deported by ICE. That's whoever this guy is. He seems kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Aiden, if you were taken from behind, would you let it happen? Okay, good one. What is this?
This, you can see that little like slightly lighter brown. You want that stuff. Okay, so this is a Turkish coffee method I've learned from my dad.
Oh, it's Turkish coffee. Okay.
You just put that right in. And then you're good to go.
Why do I feel like I'm about? Why do I feel like we're watching like one of those like fucking like dug up tapes from like a serial killer's like catalog?
All right, I'm gonna get back to chessing in about a couple minutes. I'm gonna enjoy that cup of coffee. I'll be back, so stay tuned.
There's like something. I mean, I know it's like it's a Turkish coffee, but there's like something like very like ominous. Like I feel I feel like really uncomfortable right now.
For the people who are potentially watching this on the replay, welcome to the channel. Obviously, there's nobody here yet. Guess what? I started my estrogen part of my HRT. Okay, so I am super happy. Oh my god, this is happening, you guys. This is actually happening. It's like this shock that of something that you've been waiting for so long, and then it actually happens and you don't believe it's happening. And she gave me a big hug and she said, you know, everything's gonna get so much better. I already feel better. I feel like 100 times better. And I already know that whatever I feel right now, as time goes on, is only gonna get better.
Who is this person? Who is this I was not expecting that term. Who is this person? What is going on?
I don't know if this is just in my head or not, but I already feel all tingly. Yay! Yay! Oh my god, 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 oh my god moment. I'm just so not used to having good things happen
There's
in my
like
life.
something, and it has nothing to do with them being because I just said it before I knew they were trans. Okay, there is something about this person that is scaring me. I'm quite frightened right now, and I don't know why. I don't know what is going on. But there is like some underlying tone here. Why is there a bunk bed, by the way? Are they in like a prison, or I mean I know they don't have bunk beds in prison. Who's sleeping above them?
That like I'm used to things crashing down. I'm used to things going wrong. I'm allowed to be happy. I'm allowed to be happy. This is so like normal. Everything's just gonna be normal.
This, by the way, this is another problem I have with the because obviously I make no mistake. I'm not, you know, I support adults who want to, you know, go and who think that with a you know consultation from a doctor, think why'd my wiggler come on screen? Think that this should be the dude. It's me with the that's okay, but like there's like a lie that's like being sold to some people that like if you go through this treatment, everything's gonna be great. And I think people are very disappointed when they realize it's not like overnight or at all you're ever going to end up looking biologically like the sex that is congruent with your gender identity. And I think that's like very hard for some people to accept, and that should be said to them like before you go into this, you're still going to be dysphoric and you're probably not going to have like an outcome, the outcome you desire. Like you need to be realistic about how this treatment is going to go. Maybe they are like that. I got to be honest. I don't know how the process works, but it is like upsetting that this person thinks that everything's going to be great and just like okay, and like if they're dysphoric now that they've started this treatment. What the
Good morning, everybody. Wow. It's been a long wait. Wow, what a long wait. Nobody's joined my tournament. Why? We need to get people to join my tournament. Let me retweet. 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes. 18 minutes. 17 minutes. 14 minutes. 14 minutes. Hi! Hi! I was yawning. We got 13 minutes.
Is this a horror cow? This is like
I just woke up. ready to play. Nobody is here.
AIDS gang represent, okay?
Dude, what is this?
Is this your girlfriend?
Is this your girlfriend? Stand up. Stand up. This fucking disgusting thing on screen. You must be getting bricked up. Stand up. Stand up. $10 though. Very. Listen, that $10 bricked me up. Autism 420. Thank you so much for the $10 fucking dollars. Aiden, I am scared and strangely turned on. Curious? What is wrong with you, bro?
Welcome to this halfway point. This meeting place.
What is going on?
Of the mind.
I kind of want to get like a... If anyone knows how to do this, maybe there's an OBS plugin that can do it. But you know that the video we watched, that like fucking rabbi where he like bounces across the screen? I kind of want to be able to do that with my camera, dude. Can you imagine if I just like bounced across? That'd be very funny. Very funny stuff.
I have been expecting you. Where is everybody?
Dude, what is going on? Wait, fuck. Wait. That scared the fuck out. I got distracted for a minute.
Meeting place of the mind. I have been expecting you. Where is everybody?
Yep, it's meth. I was like, this person's definitely on some sort of like drug. Is it heroin? Is it like meth? Is it like, I don't know. But the teeth give it away. It's meth.
You're going to go out the door.
The eyes give it away. It's...
And here you see it's a mess.
Oh yes. Yes, I'm ready for the tournament. Yes, it's about to start. Oh, awesome.
Now, obviously I need to do dishes. It's been like this for a few weeks.
We are about to start. We are about to start and nobody has joined.
They're barking now? Dude, what? This is like... who is this person? I need context. I need context. This is like, it's really freaking me out. I need to know this person, like, didn't, like, murder somebody. Like, I feel like we're gonna watch this and find out this person was responsible for some, like, horrible tragedy.
This is a really nasty shower.
What?
This is a really nasty shower.
Oh my... Oh my god. It's like black mold. I was like, why is this person acting? This person is breathing in toxic levels of fucking mold. Mold is toxic to your brain. Breathing it in for prolonged periods of time can cause psychological effects, can have psychological implications. That is I hope that's mold and not shit. That's disgusting. What is this? Who recommended this? I gotta go. Seems like it's a rabbit hole that I was not expecting.
Nobody like me. I know who you are.
What?
I know where you are. I know what you're saying. Oh, that's why they don't like me.
The feeling I'm getting, like, I don't know how many people here. It's like such a bizarre feeling, and it's like, has anybody in here ever done like LSD or DMT? And had like a bad trip? That's the feeling. There's just this feeling of like dread, and like I don't even feel like this is real when it like doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like real.
Cancelled? Why? Meow. 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 Meow.
saying, who is this cutie pie?
The editing, I think, is contributing. I'll tell you, this video is like the closest, like, simulation of, like, watching this video is like the closest you can, like, simulate having a bad trip without taking, like, LSD. I'm serious.
And he just drinks tons of vodka. Like, you see that? See that? That, like, $10 vodka? He drinks 2 of those a week.
Who is he? Who does this person live with? Who sleeps in the other bunk bed? Is this person being held hostage?
No. Fucking nobody.
Are they What is happening to this person?
That, like, $10 vodka? He drinks 2.
They're I don't know if I'm concerned for this individual or concerned about the person they live with. Something is happening to somebody here. Somebody is in trouble and I don't know who it is.
2 of those a week. No. Fucking nobody's yours.
Maybe if you dose too much, but a normal dose of acid isn't that crazy. What are you sure, if you like are a regular drug user, for somebody that doesn't like regularly use drugs, yeah, acid feels fucking crazy. It's not like what you think where like the whole world changes and you're like in another dimension and you're straight up like seeing shit. I mean, you can see shit, but like where like you have like this like it doesn't feel real and there's like the like fucking everything is like delay, like the effect on this video where like when they move you can see like I forget the word for it. If you like move your hand in front of you, there's like, what is it, ghosting or whatever the fuck you could see, or like the walls kind of warp and I don't know.
Nobody ever joins. I advertised it all night.
You've never done acid? Good one, buddy. Good one, buddy. You know who talked me through it? Do you know who talked me through it? The person who talked me through it was a notable figure online at one point. Who I was on Discord with at the time. And let's just say he ended up being exposed for being a pedophile, allegedly.
It's just like I told people about this 8 hours ago. It's just it brings back a lot of PTSD because it's like this has been like this my whole life. Like every time I wanted to make friends, people just turned around and ignored me or made fun of me. And it's happening on Twitch too. Like I'm not invisible. I'm sorry. It's just I even had a dream about it that you know people joined. And then I woke up and there was nobody. I'm coming in! I'm coming in! I thought you ordered a pizza. Wow. You're really hosed. You need to come. You need to call the phone.
Is this okay? I think I know what's going on. I got it. I know exactly what's happening here. This is like one of those like social experiments where like they create like a fake person online. Right? It's like one of those like artistic pieces where they like create like a fake person. You know what I'm talking about? Like the remember that Poppy or whatever the fuck her name was? Remember Poppy? It's like a fake person.
Down! Don't stream that. You have to come in. You have to come in leaning. Don't sit down. That's my pillow. Sit down. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? That's my girl. That's my girl. Come on. Don't be doing that. Let go of me. No. How come I can't do that? Because I'm busy. My girl. You're my girl. That doesn't mean I want to be touched. What if I want to be touched? What if I want to be touched? Stop it. You're actually being kind of funny. I know. Yeah, no, you can if you want. I kind of like You're having fun over here. No, sit. Can you, Dad? Can you please just sit on the white thing? Yes, I am. I'm not doing. I don't want to touch your butt. Come on. Stop it. Come on. Stop it!
I can't. Who is this person? Who is this person? I'm done with this. I can't. Who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this? It's somehow related to Frank Hassel. Frank Hassel re-upload. Let me I think I have Frank on Discord. Hold on. Frank Hassel. I might only have him on Twitter.
What the hell is wrong with you? Stop it!
I'm just talking.
Yeah, but you're bugging me. You want to stop it?
Why'd you ask me over here?
No, because
If you don't want me here, I'll go with my thing.
sit down.
Wait, so is that this person's dad and they sleep in the same room? They aren't anybody, they're just a very small streamer that Frank Hassel found. What is their streaming name?
Settle down. What the hell? Touching the computer? Come on, War.
I feel like there needs to be like some report filed or something. Like, I'm not encouraging anyone to file a report. That's not. But this, there is something. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if there's a front for a meth lab going on. I don't know. Something very sinister is happening here, and I don't know what it is.
You're a little hard. I'm all done. They're all. No, come on, stop it.
Can you imagine slamming your ball sack on something not a tower server?
Makes it okay.
Play
It's
some
a,
music.
but it's a tower.
It's all.
And this person is like showing off that their dad drinks too much. They're disgusting. Give me the name of their fucking channel. We need to do this fucking deep dive. What is this person's channel name for like the 18th fucking time? It's just a person. It's just like a streamer. They just like live stream. They're just like a person and they live stream. That's not my question, you fucking retard. Just give me the fucking name. Give me the name. No shit, they're a fucking streamer. I can tell. Yeah, I think they're just like somebody that live streams. That's not what I mean when I ask you who they are. That's not what I fucking mean when I ask you who they are.
Yeah, one way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you, Wong way. What the? I'm all right there. I love my Rebecca. Huh? Get your hand off me.
It's a little heavy, right?
No, it's just weird. Stop it!
What that's it? What that was? Well, I gotta go.
And they sleep in the same room? And they sleep in the same room? This is just like the shower, I mean, this seems like a lolcow in the making. This seems like a lolcow in the making. It really does. This is just bizarre, man. Just totally bizarre. Their name is Rebecca Loran, the box light. Thank you, Anonymous. Wait, hold on. We just need to do our Streamly morale check. Morale live. Did he end stream? Fuck, he ended, dude. I was gonna do my Streamly morale check-in. I can't believe he ended. Alright. Rebecca what, you said? Rebecca Lorax? They have an only... Thanks for telling us. Lumpy Willie is now gonna, like, be in that shit by the end of the night. Thanks for telling him. Rebecca Loran, the boxed life. Why do they call it a boxed life? Like, why is it called a the boxed life. Like, I was thinking like this is like a person that might live underground or something. They have a podcast?
Vaginoplasty might take 2 years.
Okay.
Hey! You! Watching me over there. Half of you are not.
It kind of looks like a mix between a heroin addict and like that one guy who like he like what is it? He like tries to like he's trying to like prolong his life or be like the longest living person ever, and he's like the millionaire. He's like getting his like teenage son's blood injected into him.
Not subscribed. You don't want to miss out on anything that I post, do you? Do you? Do you? Do you?
Yes. Yeah, I do want to miss out. Or I do actually want to miss out.
Hit that subscribe button, and if you like videos like this, smash that like button.
Videos like this, nothing has happened in the course of this video. There is a body under the... Wait a second. Am I crazy here? Head. The legs could be like right there. And then feet. Am I crazy? Is there a person under those sheets? They need to start digging in the backyard. They need to start digging. They're gonna find something. I don't know what they're gonna find. Call me a psychic. There is something evil happening here. Something very evil is going on in this house.
Button and hit.
Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Is that not shaped like a potentially like a body?
Subscribe and that bell icon.
Yeah, a note. Like this looks like a head. This looks like it could be the torso. The legs could be like bent, and then that could be the feet.
Con.
The arm could be draped over the It does look like there's some sort of bolt. Dude, there's no way, because you can even see like the little raised part where a nose would be. You could see two parts that would look like where a feet, like, 2 feet. There's a little crease indenting where like 2 legs would be.
This is not an ice cream cone, but I'll tell you something about it. Something about the ice cream cone has left me in a stupor of my own making. That every single one of you who has come against me in battle while I ran this empire, you think you can do it better than me? I think not. In fact, I was the one who defeated the barbarians who tried to take this country from us. But if
This is it's not very often I'm scared of people, okay? It is not very often I'm scared of people. It doesn't happen often. Okay? Sometimes my mom says it's a fault of mine that I'm okay with sitting next to the homeless crackhead on the subway. Okay? I am scared of this person. I am, like, terrified. Horror movies don't really scare me that much, typically. I watch a lot of horror movies. This is one of the scariest, most disturbing things I've ever seen. I've seen movies that have left a lasting imprint of, like, disgust and horror in me. Like, The Human Centipede or Tusk. Do not watch either of these films. You'll never... To this day, I never can look at a walrus and, like, not fucking think of the horrors that were that movie. Whoever made that has a really sick fucking mind. But it's like this is like a comparable Like, this is like a very comparable feeling.
If you think mass extinction of all the animals is a terrible thing to run an empire on, you don't know the kind of geographical damage that these animals that live in the trees cause. I need those trees to be cut down, and it just so happens that those trees are being used for making
This is like a person that would be like a side character in like a Tim Burton film. Or like one of these like... You ever watch like a show like Courage the Cowardly Dog, and it's like every character, even the good guys in the show, there's just like something very disturbing about all of them. You know what I'm talking about? Anyone ever seen that show? Or like the movie Coraline? There's just like something disturbing about every single character. Just the vibe, like the feeling, you know what I mean? About the whole world that these shows like take place in. This would be a character like in one of those.
Buildings and renting out those buildings and charging an exuberant amount of money for living in those said buildings, but that is only a side effect. Okay, there is a...
Did they do a house tour?
Hi Trainwreck, hikick.com. My name's Rebecca Lauren. I multi-stream, and one of the platforms I stream on is kick.com as well. I truly believe in your mission and all that, that you want to have a platform by creators for creators. But that being said, I'm going to speak my mind, and I think whoever designed this logo needs to get this shit changed. And whoever tried to pass this shit should be fired. Okay, if you don't know what's going on, look me in the eyes and tell me that doesn't look like 3 fucking Ks.
What?
Okay, this shit is unacceptable. People already have this like idea that kicked off.
I was sitting there, I'm like, why are they so angry about the logo? I didn't even notice. I guess technically, they're right. Technically they're right. I mean, that is, if you put those together, that could be in the shape of a K, but like if you were to do that with like any fucking capital I and C in general, wouldn't it like form that shape? I, C? Yeah, wait, that's just the two. If it's just the word K, look, go into your keyboard right now and like the default, look, at the end of that URL, the IC, the default font looks like a K. There is no way you couldn't put the I and C together in all caps and not make it look like a K. That's just it's the word kick. It's not like that's purposeful. That's how I and C look when they're put together in caps.
Okay, this shit is unacceptable. People already have this like idea that kick.com is this fucking white supremacist shit. That is not what this site is about. All the people who are like, you know, parading around acting like they can just like say whatever the hell they want.
We can. We can. We can, and in fact we will. And there's nothing you could do about it.
Those people are gonna get clapped.
This is why I hate it when I like was telling people I'm gonna go to Kick. And they're like, no, don't go to that gay site. You guys are like, it's like you're counter-revolutionaries. What Kick is doing is great. What Kick is doing is great. And the fact that you're too lazy to be willing to make an account on that website or go and use that website while also complaining about like the gay policies of like YouTube and Twitch, you're going against the revolution. We need a site where you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, and so like I'm just asking you, me with my 0 viewers, okay, like just please, for the love of fucking God, change that fucking logo because it is an embarrassment. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you see this, thank you, Trainwreck. Thank you for what you're doing.
This is like insane. I saw some Asian guy get robbed on Kick. I saw some Asian guy get robbed. Period. I know this because I was the one that robbed him. Is this my neighbor? This might be my neighbor. Oh my god. It's been this person living next door the whole... Just a flute all fucking day. Did they... I want to see the fucking... I wanted to see the fucking, the fucking... The tour... Or like the... Here, yes. It was this. Dude, their house is disgusting. Their shower has black mold growing in it. They did a house cleaning stream? I didn't even know that. I take back everything I said about it. What is going on here? Okay. I think that's a pencil box. These are like some wrappers and pill bottle. Oh my god. It's literally that one meat. These are just empty pill bottles. We've got.
And
oh my god, is that the kitchen?
A box
because that's the refrigerator. Is that the kitchen? Oh, that's not too. The dishes are on a rack. Did they? I wanted to see the fucking. The shower has black mold growing in it. It's like, and also, when somebody sent this to me and like I saw the channel name was like The Boxed Life or whatever. I thought this was like gonna be like a vlogger that's like living in a box somewhere like underground, like a bunk. This like looks like a bunker. This looks like a bunker.
Aceite?
This person's like living in like a fallout shelter. 84 views for a fucking 3-hour stream. It's literally like the talking to the wall meme. Isn't that your streams, Aiden? Yes. Problem? Guy eats cardboard. Alright. Oh my... Is that the fridge? It looks like a fallout shelter. Like, it looks like an abandoned building. Like, it looks like an abandoned building. But what's that at the bottom of the fridge? And also, I hope that's not raw meat. I hope that's not raw meat and that's not blood. I hope that is not fucking raw meat. I pray that is not raw meat. Okay, besides, like, the obvious... Besides, like, the obvious, like... glaring fucking issues here. You never, ever, 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 ever put raw meat on the top shelf of your fridge. That's just like the most basic fucking thing. That's just salmonella waiting to happen. This is Dahmer's fridge. You could tell me this was, if we made this, I know it wouldn't be, for some reason, I know it was the 90s, but for some reason some of the police photos were still in black and white. But you could tell me this was fucking Jeff Dahmer's fridge, and I'd probably honestly fucking believe you. Like, you could tell me this was like a police fucking crime scene photo of Jeffrey Dahmer's fridge. I would believe you. Alright.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Is there...
And that's this person's... Wait, are they living in a... Is it a bunker or an RV or... You're right. It's the Resident Evil. It's like the fucking house from Resident Evil. Whoever said that, that's a great comparison.
Give me some fiber. What the hell is this?
I mean, you said I shouldn't waste any food, right?
This is the family for the mold. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're right. Because I didn't play the game, but I read the lore. isn't like the whole lore that the whole like evil like their mind was like taken over or whatever by like this fucking mold or whatever. Yeah, like this. Isn't it like the whole family, like they went insane because of like the mold?
Some bitch wasn't no good if it hit him.
Yeah, like this. You're right.
Yeah.
Wait, you're so right. Wait, that's such a good comparison because they're also living in like one of the with the most mold I've ever seen someone live in. It's the same family. We'll finish the boxed life video in a minute. I'm doing a, wait, hold on. DJ Cook? Why did they make a video on DJ Cook?
So
I'll check this out later, but somebody save that. Add that, somebody post that video on topic suggestions. We'll save it for a rainy day. Oh my god, dude. How does it get this bad? I'm so sorry to Achita. Honestly, I need to, like, if Achita didn't have me blocked on all platforms and, like, threaten me with a restraining order, I would tell him how sorry I am for insulting his room. Wait, you know what this needs? You know what this really needs? The reference.
It's hard to see it objectively. I'm like, oh yeah, this is normal. I'm just doing this. I think later on, like, this is my draft for my novel.
This person's writing a novel. And by the way, I was calling this person a serial killer before I knew they were trans. You have that documented on video footage, okay? Even pre-transition, this person does look like Buffalo Bill, okay? Meth head Buffalo Bill, because even Buffalo Bill honestly didn't look that bad. Where's the... Hold on. I want to see where the... Okay, so somebody wants us to finish watching the boxed live.
No, let's watch the clip. What are you talking about? I clipped it. What did you... What the hell? Stop. What am I doing?
I just realized my gain was all the way on, so you could hear every sip of water. Let me turn down my gain, bro. Let me turn down my gain. You heard all of that. Oh my god. I'm sorry about that. Dude, water mukbang? Dude, you just heard all of that, bro.
Doing this? What am I doing?
I am thirsty as shit. For some reason, I'm fucking... Dude.
What is that?
Can you do more water drinking?
I have no idea.
I think I'm starting to get diabetes. I might be like getting dude. I've drank like 8,000 liters of water in one day. My fucking stomach is like the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, Wong. Stop it! Look at me! Yeah, you are. You
What is that laugh?
reacting to the clip. No, it's not me. The pizza's oh, there it is. Oh, we're doing the stream.
Oh my, can you imagine being the poor fucking pizza delivery guy? He's like, yep, I'm just delivering pizza to another fucking gay orgy. It's like the guy with the handlebar mustache. Yeah, we're just doing a live stream. He just heard like laughing in the fucking creaking house. Yeah, we're just doing a stream. Can you imagine delivering pizza to this fucking house? Holy shit.
We're really doing it. Oh.
Which one we doing?
Oh, I'm playing chess. I don't know why you're outing me to people. I think I just got a live new follower, guys. Like the pizza.
Oh, is this what people are joking about? Yeah, apparently this person doesn't like when you mention that they're trans.
The delivery guy is like, hey, I'm like, hey, check out my stream. Oh, we got the round table pizza here, you guys.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, I'll see you when you get back from your food coma. What do you need help with? Oh, yeah.
Is he he's going to eat that whole pizza by himself.
Wow, thanks, Dad. Come here, come back.
That's this is such like a, maybe it's, people are gonna be like, this shows you never had a good relationship with your father. Is this not like a strange, like, dynamic? Is this not like a strange, I mean, like...
Oh, yeah. I can feel it just stuck in my butt right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, never, yeah, I don't think anyone has a relationship, to be fair, I don't think anyone has a relationship with their dad like this.
Really good pizza.
Of course it's good.
At least anyone who still talks to their, anyone who is still talking to their dad. Because if someone's dad is like this, they're probably not talking to him anymore. I mean, the whole video, this person's like, stop touching me.
Yeah, I don't know why you're talking to the guy about, like, you could said, like, ever since I transgendered, like, that has nothing to do with my viewers in my stream. It's just part of my story. I don't know why you said that. I don't know why you said ever since, like, what the hell?
If you want to go on about whatever it is you're going on about.
Well, you're telling the guy about my transgender stuff. That's really,
Okay.
The delivery guy. This is like private information. I mean, I talk about it all the time, but I mean, like, I don't know what you're going on about.
It's private. How is it private information when you're doing public videos documenting it? Yeah, I'm gonna start taking HRT and everything's gonna be okay. And now this person's taking the HRT. And for everyone saying this is every trans, no, it's not. There is something, even before we knew this person was trans, there is something very, very odd happening here. But like, why are you like getting mad at your fucking dad talking about it when you're announcing it to the world?
I see the card he gave me. I gave it back to him. I told him, I said, well, my transgender daughter. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, why do you have to talk like that?
Because he gave it to me. Why are you being like that?
Come on, Dad. Can you calm down? It's like sometimes you just say things and it's a little inappropriate.
Well, he or she was a really, really nice girl. I mean, I don't understand what you're talking about. Are you gonna like elbow me into the face right now?
No.
And also, the dad is like, you could tell he's heavily intoxicated, but this person's like, don't talk about my private info, and then they're vlogging, going through their dad's liquor and showing that he drank half a handle of vodka. How are you gonna get mad at your dad for talking? Your dad clearly might be some sort of alcoholic. He seems drunk in almost every video we've seen of him so far, and you've just shown that he apparently drank half a handle of vodka by himself. So my guess is the dad is an alcoholic, and you're revealing that to the world.
Not ready to freaking to carry me out, or I mean,
he's very clear, like very intoxicated right now.
I just love people.
Yeah, you usually don't tell other people about my stuff.
This
person revealed his alcoholism to the world.
That's different because she gave me a card.
What card?
I told
round
you
table
already,
pizza. A round table pizza card?
She gave me her card. You don't understand.
Because the kid is the victim, Aiden.
And why are you
a victim of what?
Why are you involving yourself in a conversation you were not standing there?
No,
what is the dad? The dad is being a little weird, but he's just like I don't know if we're like, I don't have evidence that he's doing anything right now, but he could be.
Why'd you tell? No, I heard you say my transgender daughter. What the fuck, dude?
Well, because that's.
I think it's fine to not want random strangers to know that you're trans. Yeah, it's totally fine if you don't have a whole channel under your full legal name making videos documenting about your transition, then it's totally fine. But clearly that was not the pre-established standard. That was obviously not the pre-established standard.
You're not supposed to out people like that.
That's obviously not what anyone's saying. If somebody is like living in like a circumstance where they can't tell the world they're trans out of fear of like violence being inflicted on them, yeah, no fucking shit. Okay, but that's obviously not what's fucking happening here. That's obviously not what anyone's saying. We're saying there's a contradiction going on where don't tell random people that I'm trans, but let me go and tell random strangers that I am trans. There's an inherent contradiction.
You live with me.
I know, but I mean, you're not allowed to do that.
I am.
You're not allowed to say, like, oh yeah, my daughter, she's transgender. Like, why do you have to do that?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No,
I heard you.
No, I didn't.
Why was I even a part of the conversation? Why'd you bring up my Twitch stream? I don't know why I'm a part of this conversation with this random stranger that shows up to our house.
Because it was exciting.
Dad, can you just like calm the fuck down?
Can you this guy's the one that's drunk, and you could tell he's probably not like, if he was a mean drunk, he would probably be throwing fists at this point. He's like very intoxicated. But like the fucking telling the dad to calm down. Really, this is like the person screaming at you that you're mad.
Why are you doing that to me? You just like, you start the conversation with like, oh yeah, my transgender daughter. What the fuck, dude?
Well, it's normal. You're always here. It's normal.
No, it's not. It's called outing. You're not allowed to out. You're not fucking supposed to out people like that.
There's no outing.
Talk to random.
Out someone that is who she is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't understand. How can you out someone who is? You are who you are.
Yeah, but it's a random stranger. I didn't really want to go into that with some random stranger.
Who are the people on the internet? And who are the people online? Who are the people on the internet? Under your full legal name, who are those people that you're talking to? Good friends?
Well, why would I tell a random stranger that, this...
Why am I a part of the conversation with a random pizza delivery guy?
Because...
Why are you talking to a pizza delivery guy about that?
That's the kind of things that a person does.
I don't know why me being transgender has anything to do with you eating pizza.
No, it has nothing to do with
Your dad has drank half a handle of vodka. He probably didn't even know what he was fucking saying. That's not an excuse for drunk people to talk that way. Sure, but I don't even think what he did is that bad. It's just like very random.
Then why'd you bring it up?
Because I can't say non-transgender.
Well, why can't you just say my daughter?
Oh, why can't I say my son?
Well, because I'm not your son!
Exactly.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I can't tell if this is I think this... Okay, here's what I think is going on here. And this is where I think the contradiction is. I think that this person wants to be seen as a biological woman, and the aspect that they're transgender is like a point of insecurity. Even though they like talk about it a bit online, they just want to be like a daughter. Like they want to just be seen and perceived as like... So it's not the outing that I guess they might be mad about. It's the fact that he needed to add that qualifier or something. That would be my guess. That would be my guess as to what's going on here. But maybe I'm off.
So what would I say?
Just say my daughter!
Or my daughter.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of my face! Fucking drunk piece of shit! Get the fuck out of here! Get out of my room!
I will.
Get out of my room!
I will.
You don't need to fucking say my transgender daughter! Just say my own fucking daughter!
Exactly.
Then why'd you say my transgender daughter? Why'd you just say my daughter?
I'm doing my best.
Get the fuck out!
Okay.
Get the fuck out of my room!
No, there's no reason to scream.
Get the fuck out, you fucking drunk asshole! Get the fuck out of here!
Nobody's hurting.
Dude, what the fuck did we stumble? What in God? This was not even on the docket for tonight. This was not even on the docket for do we keep going? Do we keep going? Do we keep going? I mean, do we keep going? I think we should. This was not even on the docket, dude. This is insane. I knew there was something unsettling that was gonna happen.
Get out of here! I said no!
I am.
Before I call the fucking cops!
I'm
Call the cops? What are you calling the cops for? He hasn't even done anything.
leaving.
Leave! Get the fuck out of here!
I am.
Get the fuck out!
Oh, he looks like he's about to cry.
Why are you breaking the door down?
Because I want you to get out! Get the fuck out!
I am going.
This is like abusive. This is abusive.
Okay, fine.
Get the fuck out of my room!
I am.
Get the fuck out of my room!
I am. I'm grabbing my butt odor pillow.
Yeah, take your fucking pill, you fucking stinky piece of shit! Get the fuck out of here!
Wow. Okay. What?
No, shut the fuck up! Get him out! It's not funny! It's not funny!
Nobody's laughing.
Then why are you still here? Get the fuck out before I call the cops!
You're
Get out before I call the cops!
hurting me.
Get out of here before I call the cops!
Hurting me. You're knocking me over.
Get out before I call the cops!
You're knocking me over.
Okay, you need to. This is a. Can I even watch this on? I mean, it's on YouTube. Can I even watch this on stream? This is really sad. I can't, like, normally I'd be laughing at this point. Normally I'd be laughing at this point. This is really sad because he seems like, sure, he was a little weird, but that's probably because he had half a handle of vodka. He seems like he's probably an alcoholic. And if that's the case, I don't think being an alcoholic makes you a bad person. Unless you're like the type of alcoholic that drinks and knows that when he drinks, he's beating his wife or kids or whatever. But he doesn't strike me as an angry drunk. I think even a non-drunk would, in a circumstance like this, not be able to refrain from like screaming back. But this is just like, he seems to be accepting, and I mean, this is just totally unwarranted.
You're not leaving! This is my room! Get the fuck out!
I am leaving. But
I do not have consent for you to be here! Get the fuck out!
I am leaving.
I said no! Get the fuck out! Now! Get the fuck out now!
I am.
Get the fuck out now!
Nobody's.
Fuck you! Fucking drunk piece of shit! No, you hurt me! You hurt me!
You hurt me? He didn't even you for touching him. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then threatening to call the cops on him?
Get your fucking shit together!
Calling the sheriff department right now.
Yeah, because you ordered a pizza that gives you the right to fuck me up!
No, I didn't.
What are you gonna hit me now?
No, don't.
What are you gonna rape me?
What? Dude, I need to get Frank Castle on. Hold on, I'm gonna DM somebody. Who's online from this fucking... I gotta DM people I haven't DM'd in 8 years. Because I knew him from a mutual... She online? She even still have a fucking Discord? I gotta get Frank Castle on. Maybe he's probably not awake. Maybe he'll be on tomorrow. Get Lumpy Willie on instead? I don't even think he's online.
Yeah, but I got you a pizza, therefore I can say whatever the fuck I want! Fuck him! Just fuck him!
Maybe this person could have been abused. I don't know, to just bring up rape, that your dad might rape you. And I did, like earlier, it could have been two things. It could have been just an overly drunk dad, or there could have been trying to like be like funny. Or there could have been something weird going on in the either way, there's something weird here. I'm not saying the dad's doing anything to her. But I'm not saying he's not. Because he totally could be. But it seems to be more likely that we have a dad with a very mentally disturbed child that is trying to appease this individual. And, you know, reconnect or connect to this person. And this person's just very fucking mentally ill.
Being drunk is not an excuse! No, I'm not fucked up! It is my fucking right to have my own fucking privacy! You are not allowed to talk about my transgender stuff with other people! That's my business! Fuck you! Fuck you! Wow, you're a fucking loop. Move the fuck out. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get on SSI! I am autistic! I am autistic! You're abusing me now! You're abusing me! Right fucking now! No, I can't live.
Yes, totally. Yes, this person needs to be. If the dad did not contribute to this in any way or whatever, I don't know. This person needs to be in some care facility or in a shelter. Yes, kick them out. Kick them out. Now, I'm not using autism to excuse this person's actions, okay? But with this person, even from the get-go, you could tell this person was probably autistic. The eyes typically can give it... I'm not talking just like Asperger's or mild autism. This is probably up there. It can cause, like, you can't verbalize, or in this case, they're unable to verbalize the frustration or why they're just saying, stop outing me. But the real issue was, like, why do you need to add the qualifier that I'm transgender? And then it just caused, like, a burst of rage. I'm not saying that people with autism, this is, like, something that happens to everyone with autism, but for some people, it's, like, your frustrations and emotions but just fucking come out at once, like this, in the form of, like, screaming. Unironically, that's what you saw with the Let Me Speak clip. That's what you saw with the Let Me Speak clip.
Live in the fucking homeless shelter! I have mental problems! Get the fuck out! I'm calling the cops! I'm calling the cops!
For what? Because it's all documented. And why is the stream still this is a good strat to get viewership, because people will watch it even if you're the one in the wrong, if it's like entertaining. And if like you're gonna be like a lolcow that's gonna live stream familial disputes, this is probably an easy way to get viewership. People would definitely tune in to watch this.
Hi, my dad's really drunk and he's threatening me, and he's threatening to kick me out. I'm autistic. I'm going through SSI process to try to move out, and he's threatening to kick me out. He's threatening to kick me out.
Dude, I feel bad for fucking Wong Wei 2013. He's wondering what would happen to the opponent. He's probably on the other end like, dude, I'm playing against an actual fucking bot.
Sorry about that, guys. Fuck him.
So they know they're still streaming. This person knows they're still on the fucking air. This person knows that they are still on the air.
Just fuck him.
This video is making me uncomfortable. I don't care what makes you... I hate this I'm uncomfortable stuff. What the fuck is this? Hold on. ASMR Jew deportation train? Why the... Why would you tweet that? What the fuck? What? Why is the Yo Mama guy tweeting out ASMR Jew Okay, we'll move on from that. I think like my great aunt. I think that was my great aunt. So we're gonna move on from that one. I think that was my great aunt. Looks very familiar.
I want to live my own life. I want out of here. I want out of the fucking trailer park. threats to
Oh,
kick me.
they live in a okay, got it. I was like, yeah, what is like with the state of the house? You know, hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. Wait, is there a redo option? Control Shift Z will bring me like this. Like that, and then Control Z, because they switch between, I have to keep manually dragging.
Yeah, I'm autistic. It's not fair. I'm trying to just play chess. I'm trying to focus on my fucking chess. It's just in here, just in my own fucking ear. I can't even concentrate. I'm losing every single fucking game.
This is what it's like when I'm trying to fucking when I'm trying to play Hoi 4. And my landlord is busting in here, being like, pay rent. It's been like 9 months. Pay rent. Why does it smell like a decomposing body in here? Oh my god, is that a dead prostitute? And it's like, dude, let me play Hoi 4. Okay, who gives a fuck? She's been dead for like 2 weeks. Why do you care now? Fucking Richard. Anyways, it's a whole other side tangent.
It's hard to think about anything else. This is where I live. I live in this tiny little fucking box.
Is that why it's called the boxed life?
I'm trying to make my life better. I'm trying to get SSI. I'm trying to do everything impossible, and I still have to live here. Why do I have to live with him? Why can't I live with someone else? Why can't I live on my own? Why do I have to live?
This is the crash. This is the crash out of the century. This is the crash out of the century. This is like that 5M video. Very similar, the two.
Live in this fucking mold-infested shithole! Like, everyone just thinks that everything's fine. Everything's going to fine. I'm fucking losing my mind here.
No, but I don't think anyone thinks anything is fine, actually. I don't think anyone thinks anything. I would out of the 3 people watching, not considering the one that's probably you or your dad in the other room, trying to make sure you're like not doing something. I'm sure there's not a single person watching this stream that thinks everything is fine.
Fucking living in hell, and nobody wants to help me get out of here. I make all this progress, and you fucking undo it in 1 fucking minute. I make all this fucking progress with my health. Doing everything I can to try to make things better, and it's not working. Is it ever gonna get better? Is my life ever gonna get better? Better! Hey guys, I won't be streaming today, but I just want you all to know I love you. I had another mental health breakdown yesterday, and my dad was really drunk, and he called the police. And I had to go into a crisis unit. And I can't be homeless again on top of all of this. I love my dad. But I mean, living with him is like impossible. But it's the best
8 gang
I have.
represent,
I
okay?
don't know what I would do.
As I have autism, you sometimes feel like nobody understands you, especially if you have an abusive relationship with parents, but with this person it seems like her dad is actually understanding a bit, just too drunk to remember. This person needs rehab.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I love him.
Yeah, but no, what I was explaining is like with it's called like a catharsis, where like some autistic people, it will be like a bottling up of like with the Let Me Speak moment with Boblax. It's like intense emotions related to some sort of misunderstanding, and then it just like comes out like all at once, and it's just like screaming. It's just like screaming. So I think that's what that seemed like.
He's my dad. I love him. No matter how he behaves and how he smells.
How he smells?
I still love him. My living situation is just hell. Like living with an alcoholic dad.
Yeah, I mean, typically when you're not paying rent, you're not gonna be able to pick. To be fair to this person, I would go crazy living in their house. I absolutely would. I would go insane with a shower that moldy. With a shower that moldy. I take like one Saturday every month to do like a massive deep clean on my. I mean, I clean obviously every day, like basic stuff. But I do like one Saturday every month, and people would even walk in before that and probably say, "My house doesn't look like it even needs to be cleaned," but it's nice to live in a clean place. But I couldn't imagine living in a place where you have that much. I mean, a shower that looks like I'd go insane. I'd lose my mind. I'd lose my fucking mind. I'd be in hell. It's my a dirty room or a dirty house is my personal hell. If I go to hell and Satan wants to torture me, he'll torture me by forcing me into a room and it's just dirty. That will be. I would prefer somebody take pliers and pull out my teeth before they do that to me.
Who's just like, I love him so much, but he's like absolutely impossible to live with, and in this close quarters, in this tiny trailer. But it's just like after spending the night at the crisis unit, like obviously like this is the best I have. If I had to be homeless again, it would just be worse. Like I just want my life to get better.
I say the state of your room is a good indicator of the state of your life. Okay, you can normally tell a lot about somebody by their living state in terms of like what they can control about it. I'm not saying if you live in a shitty rundown house that's indicative of you. That's just indicative of you maybe can't afford something else. But the bare minimum is keeping a clean living space, and a cluttered house is indicative of a cluttered mind.
Things to follow. And then I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure my dad has calmed down. I called him early and I told him how much I loved him. He's my only dad. And some people don't even have the dad or moms. And I don't really have my mom in my life anymore, but I do have a dad. Anyway, I can't talk anymore. So anyway, thank you. Have a great.
See, it's a little bit different. It's so for me this is more disturbing than funny. I think I laughed maybe once. But this is just like unbelievably sad. It's like I just went through a journey of just like so many emotions of just like being disturbed, disgusted, to just ending it off being like, dude, this sucks. This sucks. This person is obviously very mentally ill. The dad is obviously trying to do his best. There's no mom present. I mean, this is just I don't even know I don't know what I can say. I really don't know what I can say. This was such a deeply disturbing fucking situation. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. It's like if the Truman Show, like people like this, your lolcow types, for some of them, it's like if the Truman Show, if it was a horror movie. It's just every aspect of these people's lives are documented and filmed. Whoa. Fucking, I tried to move my, hold on. How do I move it down? Wait, fuck, I'm trying to move. Dude, just grab, yeah, that. I gotta make an animation where I could just bounce like the rabbi did. All right, let's move down, guys. New depart. What'd you say? Professional. Why do you keep saying I'm not? There's nothing professional about me. Okay, you want a professional streamer? Go talk to Augie and Connor, who built a studio. I don't claim to be professional. I know my streams are scuffed, and I embrace that facet. I wear it proudly. I'm a scuffed streamer. But you know what I also wear with pride? Even though these, like, big fish and commentary like to denigrate me and say, your typical Aiden stream, while they're reacting to my content without adding anything. You know? I make scuffed streams, but they're 10 times more entertaining than anything you put out in, like, a month. My stream, there's a difference between being scuffed and bad. Okay, the scuff nature of my streams, like some of the best things that have come to my streams have been mistakes. Scuff doesn't mean bad. It just means it's totally unprofessional. It's not bad on purpose. It's definitely not on purpose. It's not on purpose whatsoever. You're good at being cringe, lil bro? Well, hey, I mean, I appreciate that. I'm always looking for feedback on these and you're gone. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? No chats? No presence? No existence? For me, it's almost as if you just died, because if you're not in my chat, I didn't even know who you were to begin with, but if you're not in my chat, I'm never going to hear about you again. It's like you've been killed off from my cinematic universe. I'm never going to think or hear of your existence again, because your chats were so insignificant. I had no idea who you were to begin with. If BXCS, or I don't even remember your name, is banned from a chat and nobody's around to know who the fuck he is, will anybody even know he's gone the next day? No. No. Anyways. We still haven't even gotten through like half our docket. I'll miss them. Well, you can join them in a minute. We also have a new policy. We have a new policy. If I ban a user from the chat, you're not allowed to mention them again. Their name can't be mentioned. When I ban a user from the chat, we're gonna create a bot that automatically bans their name from the server, the Reddit, and the chat. As well as removes them from any photos or memes they might have been put into to begin with. I'm looking. See, nobody even remembers his name. Nobody even remembers his name. See, I want to create like a bot that instead of just making it a ban, it can do something like this. Like, this is what I want my community to be like. Instead of just like an outright ban where they're like gone from the chat for 24 hours, I want it to be like this. Not only do I want them banned from my chat, I want them to not exist, if you know what I mean. I want them to not exist. You know what I mean? All right. Anyways, make a bot that posts Hebrew in chat. I knew you were in the Soviet Union with Joseph Chud Stalin. Joseph Chud Stalin, dude. I'll have you know, Stalin actually had like a good head of hair. On like bald logic. There he goes giggling. It's called a laugh. I know I know since you're like somebody that lives in a box, I like expose you to like normal human stuff for the first time, like the fact that some people wear shirts that are white or like have curly hair, and I'm also exposing you to what a laugh is. So I'm really glad I could teach you about like very basic shit, lol bro. You giggle? What's the difference between a laugh and a giggle? What is the difference between a laugh and a giggle? All right. Where is it? Fuck, one sec. I'm looking for something to show you guys. One sec. Professional. Where the fuck is it, bro? Have we really, by the way? we've only been streaming for 3 months. We've only been back to stream for 3 months. Wait, fuck, where is it, bro? Hold on, hold the phone. Fuck. Dead air, I know. Alright. Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I only heard of you streaming like in the past 2 weeks or something. Yo, I appreciate that. Or I appreciate that you've come over to the community, seen the light side. I always like to see new viewers instead of the same fucking shitters in chat. Alright. So, here's the deal. We haven't even been through half our docket yet. We have the PirateSoftware video, some other weird-ass shit I needed to cover. What was it? I had something else on the docket. Some video about some random shitter who, like, got raped or something. I don't even remember. We're 2 hours in now, so, I'm gonna take a 6-minute break. I'll be back, folks, in 6 minutes. In the meantime, here is my exclusive debate with... It was a host.
Saying like Jalen was good. So
it was hosting a debate between Jalen and Morale. So I'll see you guys here in a minute.
Okay, I just want to say.
Stay tuned. Oh, and the Smaggle. You're right. We're doing Smaggle when we get back. We're doing Smaggle. Yeah, guys. When we get back, we're doing Smaggle. When we get back, I'm covering the Smaggle shit. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot that happened. I knew there was something else. I knew there was something else. I didn't remember what it was.
saying like Jalen was good.
Also, like up, dono up. If we hit goal when I get back, I'll do something. Come up with ideas.
That's what I was gonna say. He's a capital F.
Okay.
Jalen, you do understand doing the Schrodinger's retard show like after a serious conversation is probably not the best, right?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Like you can sit here and be all Reddit and be like, actually, hypothetically, you can't do this. I don't give a fuck.
That's
I
not
don't give
what
a fuck about your dumb debate lord tactics.
There's no wait. That's not a debate lord tactic. He's just calling what happened. You were just making serious arguments in the chat, and now that he's in this call right now to confront you with his position, you're pretending like you don't care. It's like the feigned, like, withdrawn, I'm just trolling, whatever. So, like, make your arguments that you were making in the chat now that Morale is here.
Your position is objectively wrong.
I don't think it could be objectively wrong. I feel
It
like
is
this is a very
objectively wrong.
contentious
You're
point.
just fucking retarded, and I think you should kill yourself, okay?
What do you think about the cash report?
I think you are a perfect example of why